basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games.
The Chicago Sky didn't just lose a basketball game. They delivered a masterclass in implosion. And the centerpiece of that collapse was none other than Angel Reese. In a league striving to prove itself on the global stage, this was not the performance it needed. This wasn't a tough outing, a learning experience, or a growing pain. No, this was a public unraveling. A 9-turnover exhibition of what happens when branding overtakes basketball. The buzz was already palpable before tip-off. The Sky were on a shaky run, but this game against the Minnesota Lynx offered a glimmer of redemption. Fans hoped to see the so-called star of the Sky step up and deliver. Instead, what they witnessed was chaos parading as competition. Angel Reese didn't just have a bad game sheet, authored one of the most embarrassing stat lines in recent memory. 9 turnovers, not assists. It's not rebounds. Turnovers, that's not a blemish. It's a basketball indictment. The turnover tally was so absurd it crossed into comedic territory. Commentators joked she was one giveaway away from a triple-double. Except, this wasn't the kind of historic performance you highlight in a post-game reel.
In my work, I have great people in my corner. I never really question my ability of what I can do, obviously.
It was the kind you pretend never happened, that you quietly redact from the record books and hope the fans forget. But fans don't forget when a player practically plays for both teams. Every possession became an opportunity to hand the ball. To the opponent, it's like she was running a charity for fast breaks. It's more than just poor decision-making. It's a style of play that's become a liability. Watch how she handles the ball at the top of the key, masquerading as a facilitator. That's not point-forward basketball. That's a traffic jam with a jersey. The play doesn't flow around her, it dies with her. When she touches the ball, movement stops, spacing evaporates. It's a defender's smile. The offensive sets disintegrate the moment she's asked to create.
Angel Reese had 9 turnovers. Listen, y'all gotta stop with this point-forward foolishness, man.
The pick and roll, a disaster. The post-up, predictable, which become moments of suspense. Will she pass? Will she fumble? Will she dribble it off her foot and fall into a sideline advertisement? And still, she logs minutes like nothing's wrong. If that wasn't enough, let's talk about the physicality, and not in the positive sense. During a defensive sequence, Reese hip-tossed an opponent to the ground and followed it by yelling in her face and flashing a double middle finger.
Ow.
In what universe is this leadership? She's one technical away from a suspension, and yet there she was. Adding another scene to the season's growing highlight of lowlights, you'd think someone would step in, pull her aside, calm her down, hold her accountable. But no. The charade must continue. Behind every player struggling on the court is a coaching staff, grappling with a dilemma: play her and protect the brand, or bench her and admit the hype was hollow. The Sky's coaching staff has chosen the former. And it's not development, it's damage control. They label her a facilitator, a word that, in this context, might as well mean please just don't shoot. It's the basketball equivalent of giving a child a plastic steering wheel in the passenger seat and saying they're helping drive. And yet she celebrates. A layup in a 20-point loss, flex, a rebound that bounces off her own missed shot, pose. It's all theater.
Angel Reese in garbage time. We saw it. Angel Reese last year against the Fever with like 2 minutes to go. With
swagger without substance, flash without fire. And the fans are catching on. They've watched the missed layups, the wild passes into empty corners, the jumpers that hit the side of the backboard. They've heard the media fluff the praise, the nicknames, the dramatized stat lines, and they're starting to ask the one question everyone's afraid to answer: is Angel Reese even good? Because while she averages a double-double, the eye test screams something very different. Those rebounds, it's mostly off her own misses. Those points, it's often forced by design, not earned through skill. And those turnovers, they're not flukes. They're symptoms of a deeper issue: an athlete prays for what she symbolizes, not what she executes. And still, She carries herself like she's earned a place in the pantheon of greats. Confidence is one thing, delusion is another. Watching her on the court feels like watching a motivational poster come to life, except the quote reads, "Miss Big."
Just when I thought Angel Reese was graduating from pretend basketball player to
Celebrate anyway. There's an irony to all of this. Reese was supposed to be the face of a new generation of women's basketball. Brash, bold, unapologetic, and for a time, that image worked. She drew crowds. She garnered clicks. She dominated headlines. But the longer the season goes on, the more fans are realizing that image might be all there is. She's not changing games. She's hijacking them. Her teammates adjust around her, not with her. Watch the way they hesitate to cut, the way they shift just slightly wider on a drive, as if they're trying to avoid being collateral damage. It's not offense, it's evasion. They're playing like they've got a live grenade in the paint hand. They're not wrong. And the turnovers aren't even the most damning part. It's what follows them. It's the body language.
What's up, y'all? I just want to talk about this chick, Angel Reese, for a second. She has been all over my timeline, over my Twitter.
The shrug, the glare at a teammate. The jawing. With opponents, the absence of accountability. She doesn't sprint back on defense, she jogs. She doesn't reset. She pouts. That attitude, toxic. That energy, it's placed. That leadership, it's non-existent. Even off the court, the antics continue. Shoving clipboards, barking at coaching staff, refusing to take criticism. This isn't passion, it's petulance. And for a league trying to grow, trying to gain legitimacy, trying to build around stars who elevate the game, this is a setback. Because Reese isn't just failing to improve, she's dragging everyone with her. Opponents know it, coaches know it. Even fans who once believed in the promise are now starting to question everything. And yet, the machine keeps spinning. Narrative keeps flowing. The highlights get posted, edited just right. The praise keeps coming scripted just enough. It's not about winning. It's about maintaining the illusion, and illusions are powerful. Just ask the fans who still point to the box score. 14 points, 12 rebounds, sounds great until you look closer. Till you see the 9 turnovers, till you see the plus minus. Until you see the eye test screaming what the numbers won't. That behind those digits is a player struggling to function within a system built to hide her flaws. This isn't a rookie adapting to the league. This is a case study in how hype can obscure reality.
Angel. You've been playing well, Angel. I give it to you. You've been playing well.
Angel Reese is not a bad person. She didn't ask to be overhyped, but she is undeniably overhyped. She is not Shaq. She is not the next great forward. She is a player whose weaknesses are not being addressed, whose teammates are being sacrificed to protect a narrative, and whose attitude is starting to eclipse her ability. The Sky's problem isn't just losing games. It's losing identity. A team without structure, without cohesion, without accountability. And at the heart of it stands Reese, more symbol than solution. The brand is bright, the stats are padded, but the results are damning. The real tragedy is what's being lost in the process. Teammates working hard, playing smart, adjusting their game to accommodate a system that never seems to adjust back. The fans showing up expecting growth and witnessing regression. The league trying to rise while one of its most promoted faces refuses to meet the moment. And now, suspension looms. Fouls have piled up. Drama follows her like a shadow. And every new headline makes it harder to believe the fairy tale, because the numbers might say double-double, but the truth says something far less flattering. Empty stats, empty gestures, and an empty promise of greatness. But what do you think? Is Angel Reese being unfairly targeted by fans and critics, or is the backlash finally catching up to the reality on the court? Should the Chicago Sky bench her for the good of the team, or double down and ride it out? Like the video, and subscribe for more unfiltered breakdowns of the WNBA's most controversial moments.